Hi there, this is Steve, Sailing Alison. Today's video is about replacing the cushions in the cabin. When I got Alison, the cushions were absolutely ancient, I don't know, probably from the 80s. And the other thing is that they stank of diesel as well, because obviously had a diesel leak for probably years that hadn't been rectified, and I only discovered it kind of shortly before I got rid of the engine. So I decided to replace the cushions and the covers. When I looked into how much it would cost to get the cushions made with the covers on, I decided I needed to think again. It was well over £1,000. So I bought the cushions themselves separately, just measured them up and sent the measurements through, and that seemed to all go all right. And then got some cushion covers to put on them. So this is what this is about. Here are the cushions that I've bought. I've gone for a slightly thinner one. That's the bit that you sit on, and then a thicker one at the back. I've got this kind of funny gauzy thing on top of them, and it's got this blue treatment which I think makes them waterproof. This sort of gauzy net stuff is very, very fragile, so I don't know whether I'd buy that again. Anyway, now for the covers. I bought this fleece blanket from our local department store, Boise's, and I think that this is going to work really well as a cushion cover. So I've just put it on to see how it looks, and I think it looks okay. So I'm going to now measure up and get my sewing skills in order to make this into a fitted cover. I've been using this rather natty pale blue sewing machine. It's quite ancient, but still does the job very well. Apparently it is quite a heavyweight one, though I don't know if I'd try to repair sails with it. It works fine, apart from this belt has obviously been sitting there for a long time. So the belt goes around here, and then there's a little motor on the back with a pulley there. So amazingly, you can still get these. So I've got one on order, but you can operate it by hand. So I've been using that to create, do the corners, because the corners are not that big. So I'll show you now where I've got to so far. So here it is with the corners sewn. So it wraps around, and the next bit would be to put some elastic into this seam here, and then sew these around. And what I'm going to do is this bit at the back, I'm going to put some Velcro on it, and therefore it will kind of cover the back, because this stuff here is very fragile. So to save it for as long as possible, I wanted to cover the whole lot. So I've got another 3 of these to do. These are the ones that go at the back of the seats. So I'm just going to fetch those up from the boat now and get the corners sewn on all of them, and then I can finish them off once I get the new drive belt for the sewing machine. So in the end, using that old sewing machine wasn't that good. I couldn't get it to run continuously, even with the new belt, so it was very, very slow. Luckily, my next door neighbour lent me her sewing machine, so I managed to get it all done pretty nicely. So thanks for that, Chris. And here are all of the boat cushions done and in place. And this is what it looks like as a bed. So this is a double bed by 70s standards, and you could fit two reasonably slim people in here, but yeah, very, very comfortable single bed, I think. So another task completed. I'm really pleased with how these turned out. I mean, they do look pretty rough at the back, but of course you can't really see that. The great thing about these kind of fleece covers is they're very, very easy to wash, and half an hour they're dry again. So if we have any accidents while we're en route into the next marina, get them cleaned and ready to go. So that's another one done.